Most bloggers and online business owners don't know how to properly optimize their blog posts and websites, and as a result, they don't get the Google rankings and traffic they deserve, and they miss out on a ton of potential income. Well, today I'm hoping I can bring an end to wasting your time creating content that never ranks and never brings in traffic or income. In today's video, I'm going to give you my deep dive Surfer SEO review. I'll go over what Surfer SEO is, its pros, its cons, its features, and my insane results after a year of using this tool with over 3 websites. You're definitely going to want to stay to the end where I actually show you an over-the-shoulder tutorial and demo on how powerful Surfer SEO actually is. So if you're excited to learn how to rank articles with ease, smash the like button and let's jump onto the computer and get started. All right, so let's talk about what Surfer SEO actually is. Surfer SEO is an AI tool that is going to help you rank your content. How does it do that? It allows you to see your competition, so the articles that are already ranking on page 1 in the top 10, and give you a comprehensive SEO score, plus give you suggestions for keywords, how to improve your content, the length of content that these other competitors are using, formatting that they're using. So Surfer SEO basically analyzes the top 10 articles for that specific keyword. It'll break it down into how long it needs to be, what type of keywords you should use, the natural language you should use, the formatting, the headers, the backlinks that you might need, the interlinkings. It basically helps you with your on-page SEO. So when you're creating new content or updating old content, you're giving yourself the best chance to rank in Google, build that traffic, and increase your revenue, which everyone's goal is to do that. The tool can also help individual research on keywords, phrases that will most likely result in website traffic. You can review old articles and other content on your website that isn't doing well and increase your traffic to bump your revenue again. And you can also do some keyword researches in profitable niches. All right, so I'm over on Surfer SEO. There is a link in the description that you can click, and it's going to give you a risk-free trial so that you can test out Surfer SEO for yourself. And really, we have seen some insane results over the last year of using this on 3 different sites. But I just want to kind of go through the page here that's going to help you create incredible content that you know is optimized for not only users, but also Google and the algorithm so that you can rank higher and get more traffic. They have built-in features like NLP, natural language processing based algorithms. They work in all language, and there is an awesome community that you can use. So how does Surfer SEO work? You basically can generate a perfect content strategy. So you can put in a keyword into the content planner, and it's going to basically give you a cluster of keywords that you want to go after to really help you rank for that main keyword. So this is really good for niche sites. So you can dominate that niche, dominate those sub niches by knowing all the keywords that you should really be ranking for and creating content around. This helps you build an outline in minutes. This feature alone is worth its weight in gold because we used to manually go into Google with the keyword that we are trying to rank for, go through the top 10 articles and really break down, what formatting they had, how many headers they had, what type of headers, the topics they discussed, the questions they had, the keywords they had, the length of the article in words. And that took at least an hour or 2 to really go and deep dive and do that. With Surfer SEO, it takes minutes. You can do it in 5 to 10 minutes. You can have an entire outline that is specific for that keyword that is going to give you the best chance to rank. So this is absolutely incredible. It also has briefs, so you can see which titles others are using, the headers that they're using, and you can also have the AI actually write some of the content for you, which is insane. We're able to pump out 5,000 word articles, these long, in-depth, comprehensive articles in under, an hour, possibly an hour and a half using Surfer SEO. And we also use Jasper on top of that to help us write the content. I do have a video on that. You can check that out in the link above. So Surfer SEO actually works while you're writing, and based on the keywords that you're using, the headers you're using, the content that you are putting into the article, your score will continue to increase. And you'll see here, it'll have a suggested word count, suggested headers, how many paragraphs you should have, the images, and then you can kind of go through and see those as well. And one of my favorite features is it does have an audit tool. So those articles that were once performing good and maybe have slid in the rankings because you haven't updated in a while, you can put them into Surfer SEO, into an audit, and see what is going on that top 10 to see how you can improve what you're missing, the gaps within your content, so you can quickly improve that and quickly increase your rankings once again. And again, Surfer SEO is all about increasing your rankings so you can increase your traffic and increase your revenue, and that's what Surfer SEO does with all of its tools. So let's talk about who uses Surfer SEO and who's it for. Definitely for content creators, bloggers, niche site owners, niche site operators, people that are creating content in a text-based format to put onto the web. It can also be used for web admins, SEO consulting. So if you run a digital marketing agency and you're writing content for local SEO or even just blogs in general, this is an incredible tool that can really help you not only create content faster, but better content so that your clients are super happy with you So let's talk about some of the incredible features that Surfer SEO has to offer. It has a grow flow, which is brand new, but it's basically its newest feature, and it allows users to connect their Google Analytics and Search Console to SEO to give an in-depth view of an analysis of the site. So it gives you, basically takes the data that it has and basically helps you come up with a task list that you can do each week to improve your content, improve your articles, better interlinking, updating, and all that stuff. I'll show you that in a second. It has a content editor. This is where you write the content in. You can use the outline, you can use the brief, which will also show that as well. There's the audit tool, so articles that have no longer been ranking as well as they used to and not bringing in as much traffic, you can put it in the audit tool. Run an audit, and it's going to give you suggestions on how to improve that content, how to make it more in-depth and comprehensive. And then again, there's the Surfer SEO Content Planner, where you can kind of put in your main keyword, and it's going to give you the cluster of keywords to go after and kind of show how the search volume and other sub keywords that you really want to attack. The other AI tool that we use for actually writing the content and creating the content, we use Jasper. I have a whole review that you can check out, like I mentioned, but we use Jasper for pretty much everything in our marketing efforts on the Savvy Couple and our niche sites. That includes blog posts, titles, headlines, optimizations. This is YouTube scripts, meta descriptions, email marketing, everything. Jasper AI is an incredible tool to help you write content faster. And it links up with Surfer SEO really incredibly, so you can use these tools in combination with each other to really rank your content super fast. You can instantly share with Google Docs, so you can push the content straight to Google Docs for collaboration. So say you have a freelance writer and editor, they can work together on the same thing. You can publish into WordPress immediately with just copy paste, so it doesn't have all these formatting issues. It's super streamlined. You can link this with Chrome, and it's going to help you figure out the volume of the keywords and how much people are paying to get on to page one using ads, which is an important metric as well. You can do instant content outlines right from your web browser, and if you are tech savvy, you can integrate with Surfer's API. All right, so let's go over the pros and cons of Surfer SEO. One of the biggest pros is that it is super user-friendly to use, whether you have a lot of knowledge in SEO or not, or you're a brand new beginner. It's super easy to use so that you can optimize your content with SEO. And you're gonna see that at the end of the video when I give you a tutorial demo on how we use Surfer SEO, and you can see the back end of it. You're gonna be able to improve articles that are already published through the Surfer Audit. There's an easy to use content editor available within Surfer SEO, so you can actually create the content in Surfer SEO, watch your score and optimization improve or decrease depending on what you're putting into the article. The outlines make it super easy and quick and efficient to do your research on those top 10 competitors that are already on page one, getting all the traffic, and how can you create content that can compete with them. It also has a SERP Analyzer tool, which kind of tracks and distinguishes the trends within the top 10, which is really useful for you as you're creating your content as well. All right, so some of the cons is it is an AI tool. It's constantly improving and getting better and better, but sometimes it does have some weird suggestions. So in some of our articles, the keywords are way too high than what they should be, and it's unnatural for the user. So it's something you want to monitor as you're creating the content. This is the tool that's going to help you optimize and be more efficient in creating content, but it's not just an end solution that you can plug it in, do everything it says, and your content's going to rank. You still need that human input. Make sure that you are solving user intent. That's critical. That's the most important thing when creating content, is that you understand the user that's searching for that topic and keyword, and you solve that problem for them. So we've noticed the keywords can be a little bit wonky sometimes, but overall, I'd say 99% of the time, it's incredible with what it suggests. The word count suggestion, so depending on the top 10, I can show you in Surfer actually, you can select which competitors are closest to you. And if say a competitor has an article that's 5,000 words, 6,000 words, 20,000 words, 3,000 words, it's gonna take the average. So that's going to tell you to make an article that's 12,000 words. So that's a competitor that you may want to click off of that has way too long of an article, or maybe it's possibly tracking some of the comments at the bottom. So it's something that you can click in and go and look at. But it's a really good tool. But again, you want to have that human input and make sure that you are only optimizing your content for the competitors that you want to. And then sometimes it'll also offer to have you put more images than needed, but I think images are really good for articles to have a better user experience with. All right, so like I said, we've been using this tool for over a year, and we've seen some incredible results. On our main site, The Savvy Couple, we're getting over 100,000 organic page views per month. This is definitely from using Surfer SEO and Jasper, and really having a solid system in place to kind of create content, optimize content, and create some of the best content on the internet to rank for keywords. Also on our niche sites, you can see our traffic's kind of skyrocketed since using these two tools. Both of these sites have been doing really well, and starting to bring in some good traffic and good revenue for us. Back to Surfer SEO site. I'm sure if you follow the digital marketing realm, especially blogging, you've heard of Matt Diggity. He uses Surfer SEO. ClickUp uses Surfer SEO. Lots of Fortune 500 companies are using Surfer SEO. Again, I said that there is a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can test it out for free. There's a link in the description, and if it doesn't work for you or it's not what you expected, you can get your money back. So there's 3 different plans. There's a basic plan that's $49 per month. This lets you audit, write up to 10 articles per month, audit 20 pages, and it's going to let you have at least 1 team member there. And it also includes the grow flow now. And then, you're obviously going to save some money if you do annually versus monthly. We actually have the Pro, and this lets you optimize 30 articles per month, audit 60 articles, helps you have 3 team members. So if you have more than 1 site, this Pro is definitely what you want. And then if you have an entire portfolio that you have a whole team working on, you're going to want the business. But really affordable. And if you look at the ROI on this, it's going to save so much time for each article, at least an hour or 2 on creating each article. And that alone is worth the price point, in my opinion, for sure. All right, so we're actually into Surfer SEO now, and I'm going to go into Grow Flow. This is basically, like I said, where it's going to give you weekly tasks to kind of look at. So add 5 missing keywords to easy ways to make money online. So you can add these keywords, copy them all, click, mark done. It helps you with interlinking as well, telling me different keywords to write for. So graphics, design, jobs, transcribing websites, write an article about freelancing. So giving me stuff to write content for, interlinking, adding, and even auditing. So this is really cool if you're very new to SEO and you just kind of want a checklist each week to go through and optimize your content. Grow Flow is incredible. It's always a tongue twister as well. So the next tool here is going to be Content Editor, and we're going to go ahead and click on this one. So in the Content Editor, this article is ribeye versus New York steak strip, and you can see the content score here. It's a 20 out of 100. We just got started on it. And it's suggesting to do around 1,500 words. So this is where I was talking about. So you can kind of select into here and select which competitors you want. So this is going to give you their content score. So how optimized is their content? Their authority, the higher the authority, the harder it is to outrank. The lower, the better. And then the keyword count. So we can kind of come into here and you can easily select and open each one and just kind of make sure that the article that's ranking is the similar article that you're going after. And same thing with this one. And just make sure we're on pace here. So I would probably add these ones in so that we have more information, and there we go. And now it's saving it. It's really breaking these down. Actually, this one, so that's an outlier. It's only got 600 words. So I'm gonna leave that one off. And now we're back to here. Same keywords here. Headlines, paragraphs, images. So headlines here, these are the keywords that you're supposed to go after. Natural language you're supposed to go after. And then for the outline, titles. This is kind of giving you what the titles look like. So what is better? New York steak strip, I like that title. What is better? Ribeye versus New York steak strip. So someone searching for this keyword is going to want to basically figure out which one's better. And that's what we're going to write an article about. So you can kind of see what ones they're using, what keywords they're using, what headers, and then you can come into headers. So New York steak strip basics, ribeyes basics, what is a New York steak strip? And if you click that, it adds it in. So that's the content brief, and you can kind of go in and start building out your content. So it's pretty insane. Another one is the brief. And this is basically taking these competitors that we have and breaking down their articles so that we can kind of come in here and figure out what we're going to write about. So what's the difference between them, comparing, and then we're going to show subheaders. So cooking methods, nutrition, the texture of them, the flavor profile, the price, and then we can, what's better, what's more expensive. If we go back, we already have our score up to a 53. We have 762 words, and our brief and kind of our entire article is starting to get built by AI. Obviously, you're gonna have to come in here and make sure this is good quality content. It's just getting you started. If you pair this with Jasper, you can let Jasper really go to work and create and build out your article. So this is giving you all the headers. One that we're missing is the ribeye steaks with just an S. So that's one of those things that you have to kind of use that human eye to make sure it's good. And then you put your conclusion. But as you can see, look how fast I put together this outline. It's already optimized for SEO at 762 words, super fast, super quick, super efficient. And it's all AI written content that's copywritten free and incredible. All right, quick question. So after seeing the outline and how the brief works in Surfer SEO as a feature, I would love to know how long it takes you to actually research those top 10 competitors manually, put them in a Google Sheet, and start that process of the content creation process. Leave a comment below and let me know. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that our team doesn't get confused here so they can do the work there and head back. So that's the content editor. That's really how we basically put together, once we have our keyword, put together our content. So now let's go back and go into the audit. So this is the audit tool. You basically put in your URL and it's going to, again, kind of run your content through the content audit tool. So you can kind of come in here and select which competitors you want to compare your articles to that are already ranking in page 1. And it's going to give you an overall content score and you can compare that to your competitors. It's going to talk to you about interlinks you can do, so different options you have, the terms to use, and you can also sort these by relevancy, suggestion, the search volume for each one, so you know adding in frying pan is going to be a good option because there's good volume for that. So lots of different keywords. We're going to want to increase our content by 37 to 800 words, so it's a little thin. Add some bold, some more exact keyword phrases, and then this just kind of goes through the whole thing. And then page structure, so adding more headers, H2 headers, at least more 4 paragraphs, images. Then this is kind of our site needs an update on the speed. But really amazing tool to kind of go back through and put those articles that are losing rankings into the audit tool and figure out how to really break those down and maximize them. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you Content Planner. So if we were to come in here and say that we are writing a blog about home gyms, I'm going to go ahead and hit Content Planner, and it's going to kind of run this keyword through, and we'll wait for that to finish. All right, so the Content Planner for home gyms has finished, and we're going to open that up. And it has 62 clusters for this main topic. So one of them is total home gym. It's got 7,420 monthly searches. I found these to be just a general number, not super accurate, but a good benchmark to use. So total home gym cost, tonal install, tonal with scale, tons of stuff. If you select into here, it's going to give you all of the keywords that it's suggesting for ranking for total home gym. Smith machines, bench presses for home gym, adjustable dumbbells, at-home weight training, cable machines, bodybuilding, the Marcy pull-up station, rowers, best workout cages. So it's just endless topics of clusters of keywords that's going to help you create content around a sub niche that's going to help you rank in Google, and then you can move on to the next sub niche and next one. And that's really the way to do it. And the fact that Surfer SEO can help you kind of plan out your content calendar as well. It's just an all-in-one incredible SEO tool that I highly recommend you use if you are interested in getting higher rankings. The next feature is the SERP Analyzer. You can kind of come in here and put in your keyword, and it's going to analyze the SERPs for you. Show how much movement there is. You can compare your websites, questions, keywords, common phrases, backlinks that they have. So really good to figure out that off-page SEO as well as on-page SEO. And then there's keyword research. So for this article that we have on our site, Surfer SEO Overview, which I will link below as well, so you can kind of read our in-depth review as well as watch it that you're watching now. It's going to break down the kind of different keywords that you should use or sub-keywords that you could kind of create a article on, and then questions that they might have and everything to help you really maximize your ability to create high quality content. So if you're looking for a tool that can help you improve your website rankings, get more traffic, and build more revenue, I highly recommend checking out Surfer SEO. Again, there is a link in the description for you to test out this tool for yourself. I'll see you in my next video where I share my exact step-by-step process on how we create high quality content in record time using Jasper and Surfer SEO together. In the meantime, take care. We'll see you on the next one.